A couple additional points that I wanted to mention that I failed to do in the last video, and I'm sure there's plenty more, but I wanted to talk briefly about shape. And so we use this term shape, or what's your shape, get into your shape. And I wanted to explain that a little bit. I'm sure most people know what we're looking for, but when we talk about shape, we're looking for both spacing and positioning on the field. And the shape that we're looking for is, or are, these triangles and diamonds that we're trying to create on the field, and separation from each other. So in this case, you've got a little bit of shape here with the 8, 9, and 11. So we got a triangle. You even have the 4, 3, 8, and 11 and a diamond, and you can kind of see this shape. But you also see the spacing. We don't necessarily want little tight diamonds here, because there's no sense in playing the ball to each other there. We do want some width and some spacing, and there's times where you can play tight, certainly, and that would be a fine formation, depending on where we are in the field and whatnot. But we're looking for some spacing from each other and these diamond and triangle shapes to allow for more passing opportunities or options on the field. So that's one of the areas I wanted to mention. And then the other is the idea of restriction on the field. So in the previous video, I talked about these general areas, and there's great risk in doing that as players see their role defined or overly defined. And I want to encourage players to not get stuck in this defined role. There's creativity, there's decision making that needs to happen, and we need to adjust accordingly. And so when I talked about the wings, the left and right wing, there's certainly time where the wing is going to come inside the play, okay, and the 8 may take over this wide position. Okay, there's certainly times when the ball is on the opposite side of the field that our 11 will shift over more than that outside position we're trying to get them to play in. Okay. And they're more of an attacking player in this position. So there's certainly thinking that has to happen on the field. They're not defined in those positions as an outside wing, for example. We want them to know when they need to shift over and what shape to maintain. I did talk about that in the video a little bit, but I wanted to emphasize it here as well. The other area that I want to emphasize that I didn't necessarily in the video is the 2 and 3 and 4. Of course, there's times when they are going to need to provide high pressure on the ball. And so in the event that the attacking team gains possession of the ball here, certainly there might be a need for the 2 to provide high pressure. The 4 could come up and provide cover, and the 3 could provide that balance. And I'll do another video on defense here. Now, that's in the event that our midfielders get caught off guard or too high on the field in our attack. And now, of course, the 2, 4, and 3 are going to push high on the field to provide that pressure. And so the 2, 3, and 4 have to know they're not stuck back here trying to defend and give all this space up. There's definitely a time where they're going to run up and provide that pressure. They are also, the 2 and the 3 and the 4, or 2 and 3 also can make offensive runs. And so in this formation, for example, if the ball were, say, on this side of the field here, say the 8 has it, the 3 could certainly make a run here. Okay. And the 4 would come up and the 2 would shift over. And now, yeah, we only have 2 dedicated defenders, but the hope is that we make some sort of quality play on the attack. Now we have more of an advantage on our attack. We still have our 6 who's going to recover and help defensively. And should the ball get turned over, the 3 would recover too. So I don't want the 2 and 3 think they can't make offensive runs. If they see an opening and an opportunity, they certainly can make an attacking run, knowing that they have to transition back on the field. So those are just a couple of points that I wanted to emphasize. Again, if you have questions at all, please let me know.